All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back. We are back in the building. Dom, how are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm okay, and that's okay. How are you?
I'm good, man. I had a crazy dream last night, man. Like super vivid dream, man. This dream, I was in a diner or something like that, and a tornado happened. I had died, right? With like a whole bunch of other people. Some people I kind of knew, I guess. I didn't know. And like I was stuck in purgatory in this dream. Straight up. I'm stuck in and I didn't know at first. So this whole time I'm walking around, I'm talking, I'm trying to figure out like what's going on, like what's happening or whatever. And it was this dude with long braids. He was working like a kiosk or something. And he was like, yo, you need a job or whatever to get in or whatever. And I was like, and someone told me like, yeah, he's like, it only pays $1.25 or whatever. So I take this job doing random stuff or whatever. And I take this job and I don't know how long I've been doing this job. I ended up making my $1.25 and someone comes up paying me $1.25. And he was like, yeah, you can get in now. So I go to like, it was almost like a room, like there was like a door that went into like a subway or like a train. I'm going to the train thing or whatever. And everybody's sitting there and they're all talking. He's like, man, we're on our way now. And I was like, oh shit, what do you mean? Like, we on our way. And it was like, yeah, we finally gonna be able to make it home. And then I wake up while I'm sitting on the train reading the paper. And I thought I interpreted that as being purgatory after death. And I had to pay and a little bit of like Greek mythology, like if people understand Greek mythology, you have to like pay the I forgot the name of the person to go across the river Styx to the afterlife. And I wonder if that's what it was when we had to work that job, because you only give them a couple of coins or gold coins to get across the river Styx. And I wonder if that was me working there. And like it's longer than that. I'm giving y'all a summary because I was like wandering around doing shit, hollering at people, talking to people, and people kept disappearing on me while I'm talking to people. Not like immediately, but I might go somewhere else and then they gone. And then I got go into this other area, and it's like set up almost like a terminal for an airport. And it's due to the kiosk. And he's like, man, you want a job? And I was like, yeah. And like I said, I was like, yeah, I'll take a job. And I was like, dude. So I woke up and like I'm like, dude. That was like purgatory, I'm assuming, or you having to pay your way to get into the afterlife or whatever like that. So that was a weird dream, and it was super vivid to me. I don't know what it means. You know,
like when you have like dreams about death, it doesn't signify death. It's always meaning like rebirth. Like,
yeah.
You know, so maybe you are about to enter a new chapter where things change for you and they elevate and get better.
Yeah, so Sharon is the person that calls you across the river Styx, and you have to give them an obol coin or whatever. So like it's some, you know.
What? Okay, so wait, ain't that how you spell it? Is it spelled the same as that coach from Detroit or Michigan?
No, not Sharon. This was Charon, like almost like a woman, Sharon.
Okay.
Not Sharon.
I was like, some people was calling him that. Some people was calling him Sharon. And I was like, I don't think that's his name, but okay.
No. My Sharona.
Because, you know, I'm just saying. I mean, that is very, I hate vivid dreams, like very like vivid dreams like that. Because sometimes you wake up and you're like very exhausted because you feel like your body actually goes through whatever your mind was like taking you.
Yeah, like I was like going through it, like whatever I was stressed out about or doing whatever, and like I was happy to be on this train or whatever it may be to go on to do something else. I was like, yo, like this is bugged out.
When you woke up, was it like?
It was like I was just kind of more confused, not confused, but like, damn, like, that was deep. Like I immediately woke up and was like, dude, that was purgatory.
Damn.
I immediately woke up and even maybe in a dream I knew I was, or like I figured out that I was in purgatory in a dream even. I don't know, but I knew immediately when I woke up that I was like dreaming about being in purgatory.
Interesting. Like, what is your stance on the afterlife? Because I'm just thinking back to your old MySpace days when I used to read your profile.
Yeah.
Wait, did somebody egg you one day?
Yeah. I got egged, man. I was passing out flyers for our party, putting them on cars. Some dudes rolled up in a drop top. And that's why I always tell people, like, man, people always talk all the time what they would do if like someone was like shooting at them or something happened to them, like what they were like, oh man, I would have ducked and rolled. And I literally, the dudes rolled up, they stopped, and I'm like, I'm gonna give them a flyer. It's 4 younger dudes, and then they just like, yo, and they just start egging me, and I'm just standing there, and I didn't realize what was going on. Like, the fuck are they doing? I didn't realize I was getting egged until they pulled off.
Damn. Like I've been meaning to ask you about that for years, D, and I always forget.
Yeah, man.
I remember like your whole.
I came to the club with egg on me because it was right before I came to a party.
Damn. I was just thinking about like so many of your different like laws and stuff. I'm like, the main one always sticks out is your dad getting left at the altar. Yeah, which it was like your response to that. I mean, I think you really felt bad for him because like you were so upset, and then it was just like.
And if anyone knows to fast forward, when I say I have a new brother, that's the woman that I found I have a 17, 18-year-old brother now, but I found out when he was 12 or whatever. That's the same woman in this whole thing.
I mean, that's just so freaking crazy to me. Like plot twist, like we didn't get married, but I'm pregnant with, like, I have your baby.
12 years later.
12 years later, you say something, and like
my grandma always thought the kid was his in general, but my dad was denying it.
So I wonder. These are the questions that I want to ask. Okay, so women, why did it take you so long to tell the man? Because like.
Supposedly she was telling him that was his, or like insinuating, and he was like, no, it ain't mine, allegedly, or whatever. And then I guess one day he was like, yeah, it is. I don't know. I just remember one day he put in the group family chat.
Family chat.
Yeah. And put a picture of them two together, and everybody was like, huh, who is that? So then my aunt starts a whole nother family chat without him in it. I was like, who the fuck is that? And my grandma go, she barely talks in the group chat. That's that baby I was telling y'all about.
Dogs, but like also like why what I wonder what was making her delay, like,
I wonder if she was telling him that from the gate and he was like, fuck no, that ain't my kid. But
if a man tells me that, I'm like, all right, cool, like let's, like, I'm gonna get the courts involved, like you're gonna take a paternity test. Like, that's where my mind goes, right? Yeah. Like, that makes sense. Like, my Uncle Craig, no, somebody did that. This girl did this to my uncle, and we met her. She was like 4. Kaden is like, I should be graduating high school soon. And and maybe she was 6. I don't even know. Like, I remember she was like a single digit. And I was like, why did you wait so long? And I think it was something where like she, I guess, realized she couldn't do it on her own. And I think her parents had like maybe had money, whatever. And I think maybe somebody died. I don't know. But then it was just like, maybe she was embarrassed, but I was just like, girl, money is like, I don't care. Like, if you don't have to do it on your own, don't. Why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you could get a piece of somebody check or whatever, do it.
Yeah, why do it if you have to do it by yourself?
Yeah, that sound crazy as hell.
Yeah, so yeah, my dad is an interesting character, man. He was an interesting guy, man. He was a wild boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just know I don't think you really going to purgatory. I just think it was just like an awakening.
Or maybe, yeah. Or trying to figure, or maybe everyone has to go through that to be able to get, where they supposed to be going,
Okay. Well, I hope not. I hope it's not that.
No. Of course, death isn't in dreams don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping off that. It was more of like how vivid it was, like how much I remembered it like that. Like I'll never forget it. Like it's that imprinted in my mind now. All right, Dom, we got an update, y'all. We got an update on the brother that robbed Beyonce of all those songs and laptops and all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
He
how he
going to
drives
court, y'all. Here we go. Hold on, nope. I don't have
us.
that.
He said, "Hold on, nope."
Yeah, I thought I had it. I thought I
You
had
gotta
that.
clear your bank out, D. Clear the bank out.
Yeah. Look, I gotta get paid my money, my $1.25 or whatever here. Hold on. My entrance fee. I thought I had it going. My bad. It did not download. All right, here we go.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Now to the latest on the man accused of stealing unreleased music from one of the world's biggest stars. The trial for Kelvin Evans is now set to begin Monday. Evans appeared in court this morning for a pre-trial hearing. He's accused of stealing unreleased Beyoncé music during her tour stop in Atlanta last summer. Evans was arrested in September after police say he stole several items from a vehicle in a Krog Street parking deck. Prosecutors previously offered him a plea deal in the case. He rejected it. He faces up to 6 years in prison.
All right, Dom. What you got? What you thinking?
He like being on the inside.
Why you say
He rejected the plea deal a couple of times, and then he was like, "Take me to trial. I'm ready to go to trial," because he know he guilty. He gonna be found guilty. So
who wants to go to jail though?
He does.
Why would he want to go to jail?
I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. He wants to go back. He knows somebody. He missed somebody. Because there's no way. Like you already have a rap. You know what I mean?
He's got a record already. Yep.
Yeah, you already have a record, and so as I stumble for words, he know he going to jail. And I think it was kind of like a thing where because he already had that record, he was already gonna have to go, but it probably wouldn't have been as long. And now, what you gonna say when you get up in there? If they even, if they call him to testify, yeah, I did it.
Like, no, it wasn't me. He gonna do it. Wasn't me.
Girl, look, I'm ready for the trial.
He is. You think he wants to like? He wants to like. I wouldn't say, but like. He wants to amp it up, like
maybe, but yeah, he
like
said
he wants his 10 minutes of fame.
Yes, but it's not the same thing. It's not like you're not the hero; you are totally the villain. And this ain't even your villain origin story because you'd have been to jail before.
Yeah, this ain't the first time.
So I don't know, but it's just it's. I'm like, damn, like niggas really be like in jail.
Well, shout out to brother. Hey, man, you got to figure it out.
Right. We wish you the best.
So over the weekend, or maybe earlier this week, I saw Dom going off about the Kevin Hart roast, and everything that was going on with that. And there was a lot of stuff going on in this, but specifically these clips, I think that Dom was upset about, particularly Pete Davidson and the other dude, the one that performed at Trump's thing, talking about Sheryl Underwood. But we're gonna play a couple of them back to back, and then we're gonna let Dom jump in because she was upset, y'all.
Not no more. And I was irritated.
I mean, Sheryl Underwood is here. Hello, ma'am. Sheryl has a daytime Emmy because nobody could see her at night.
You've done good, though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Daryl?
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
I'm gonna pause that one. That one's funny though. Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let it play.
What in the town hall meeting at the Get Out House is?
Hold on. So that ain't all right. That was all from that sister there. So it was some other jokes too, but Dom, go ahead.
I don't care. I feel like white people don't have the space. All they do is like going to be like racist jokes, sexist jokes, gay jokes, trans jokes, woe is me jokes. And I really believe that there are certain things that should just be off limits. And while I understand that it's a roast and everybody is talking about, oh, it goes through all these different things and people see it, it's approved and all this stuff. I'm like, I will tell you this. I saw one of the comments, full roast at the comedy, at the Laugh Factory the other night. They had like Netflix is a joke, and it was like a lot of like midnight shows.
Did you go to any of them? Did you go to any of them?
I went to one at the Laugh Factory. I went with my homegirl that was in town, and I was like, I leaned over and said, yo, you need to run that past his manager or his publicist about the jokes about Sheryl Underwood, because not only were they colorist, they were sexist, misogynistic, and just very full on hateful, right? Everybody has a sense of humor. I feel like black people, we could, if it was all black people up there, I feel like the roast would have been probably funnier, at least, because like it wasn't a lot of people that was funny to me. That's me though. And how Regina Hall was looking is a lot how I was looking. Like, okay, that's a little distasteful, but I feel like it's lazy. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's so many ways in 2026 to roast somebody than to fall on the lazy realm of, let me talk about your color. Let me call you a man.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the Game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Me say that you're too dark. Let me refer to this black woman as a animal, because they also refer to her as Donkey from Shrek.
Oh wow.
Let me consistently talk about her husband, which I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, why is that relevant? He killed himself in 1990. But then y'all spin it like it's her fault because she's this unattractive black woman, because she's dark skinned. And so I think it's tired, and I think it's outdated, and I think it's old. And I know people are like, well, they used to say that all the time and when she was on Def Comedy Jam and all this. Does it mean that it's right? Because the set that I heard when Homeboy was going in on her, nobody laughed. It was a lot of ooh. Like you would think, like when he talked about other stuff, it was funny. You know, people was kind of laughing. But I also don't think this comic is that funny. I don't. And Sheryl Underwood definitely held her own, but I think it's one of those things where black people sometimes, because we find humor in a lot of our pain, I think the lines get blurred and convoluted. And I think that we allow white people too much space in our space. Like we allow them to say it's cool, it's funny, because you're a comic. And I'm just like, no, like you don't get to call somebody too dark. No, you don't get to say that this person looks like a donkey. No, you don't get to say a George Floyd joke that's not funny. You don't, and you definitely as a white man don't get to tell, like, I feel like the lynching joke is not funny.
I thought that was funny.
The
bonsai tree was funny. That was funny.
I mean, you can say that, and I just was like, this is really interesting. And so, I mean, you know, a lot of people have, especially black women, had the same sentiments that I had. You know, you had Melissa Frederick's Kev on Stage wife, you know, Mel Mitchell, like a whole bunch of black people. What's the chick that used to be on? She used to do Lonnie Love, you know, cracking them jokes. And I think it's one of those things where, you know, as black women, we're an easy target and always the brunt of the joke. Because it's easy. It doesn't make you think. Because you can just repeat something somebody said and just reword it, and then it's like all of a sudden it's funny. You know what I mean? So that's why I was irritated. Regina Hall was funny, but also they did not roast her. But it was like they attempted to roast Lizzo and it fell flat. You know what I mean? So Tiffany Haddish was sitting on stage, which I thought it was interesting that she didn't roast him, and maybe because she like always says like she owes a lot of her career and stuff to Kevin Hart, so maybe that's why she, you know, was like, I prefer, you know, to opt out, or maybe she just wasn't asked. But I think it was interesting, and then everybody would go back if something fell flat. Oh well, it was the writer's fault. Like if they did, the writers wrote this, you know, and I was like, I guess, but also knowing that to see somebody set in advance, I'm like, how much did they really? And like I said, for that person's, their set, the majority of their jokes about Sheryl they didn't perform them, but they said we got some of one of the kings of comedy in this, you know, in the house, Sheryl Underwood. It's another dark skin, you know, she's manly, you know, this, you know, black woman. And so I think black people be losing the plot sometimes. And I can laugh at a lot of shit. I say shit. Sorry, I don't even want to talk too loud because the kids. I say stuff that's out of pocket all the time. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, read the room, what's appropriate, what's inappropriate. Sometimes you might not always get it right? But I also think it's 2026 and we still cracking dark skin jokes. You can't see her. And Pete Davidson, like I said, like they got on him too, talking about, you know, his dad, because you know his dad got killed in 9/11.
Mm-hmm. They was going in on him about that.
They was going in on him on that. So, and I'm not gonna say, oh, it wasn't fair across the board, but it was just like, historically, as a black person, we know what comes with being just black in general. But then now you add an extra layer, like you have a chocolate sister, and you're a woman. So it's always easy for people to, you know, say shit about us. And I think that's why I was like, I'm not feeling this. Like immediately, like I told my homegirl, hey, and I hit up another girl that I knows that guy. And I said, oh, do you still talk to so-and-so? But she's a lighter skinned woman. And I was like, hey, like tell him to run his set by somebody about Sheryl Underwood. Because like nobody in the comedy like club laughed. Like it was a lot of like, ooh, you know, like it wasn't funny. Like, and it was a lot of black people, niggas know that's not funny. And I was like, it comes across like he hates her. She's like, well, maybe he does. And I wanted to be like, girl, like you light skin, so you ain't gonna get it.
I mean,
I hate to be that way, but people always say somebody is sensitive or whatever. And I was like, I don't think it's a sensitivity thing. I think it's just like tacky at this point. Like that, out of all the things that you could say, Pete Davidson, oh, she got a daytime Emmy because she's too dark.
I mean, those are lazier jokes. I can get
it's
that.
Lazy. The joke as a whole is lazy. You know what I mean? Oh, he also called her the Babadook, which was like you. But like I said, we have to, at some point as black people, we have to have a conversation surrounding colorism and what's tied to that. Because if you have been a person that has been on the receiving ends of jokes where somebody always say you too dark, you too, you know, now you too masculine because you too dark, you're unattractive, or you cute to be dark skinned. I ain't even dark skinned. I've been told that. You know what I mean?
I mean, my question is, I mean, and I agree with you to a certain extent, some of those jokes are lazy, but at the same time, those roasts are like, I would never fuck with one of them because they're just no holds barred. And
I would say I've seen.
I don't think a roast would even be fun unless and I'm not saying that they should disrespect her, but you go in on people, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do.
I think there's a way that you can have fun without being.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honestly with you, John. What could they have said to go at Sheryl Underwood that had been okay with you? If what you would and that's
to me, but Cheryl's been in the game so freaking long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like what joke would have been cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying whatever, but I think, but what does her color have to do with it?
No, I'm not saying. I'm
asking you. I'm asking you. That's
no. I'm agreeing with you that I'm just saying that if they would have went on her, if they wouldn't have said nothing about her code, just went on her. I just wonder if sometimes we kick the can down where we want to. Like, so if they just was going in like, well, damn, they went on Sheryl the most though because she's the dark skinned girl. Like, they may not say nothing.
Yeah, about so here's the thing. Nobody ever said anything about Regina Hall. Like I told you, one person tried to say something about Lizzo and it fell flat.
Yeah.
So Regina Hall, Lizzo, and
Sheryl. But we don't know. Look, Sheryl Underwood might be one of them ones that was like, I'm gonna flame y'all motherfuckers up.
No, but like I said, so she came back and was.
She might have said that backstage, like y'all better bring that shit with me because I'm fucking gonna bring it on you.
And she could have.
Sheryl Underwood, it ain't no bullshit.
But I'm telling you that, like, I know that somebody said was like even worse than what was said on TV, and it wasn't.
Well, you said it got edited out.
I don't know. He didn't say it at all because it was live. He just said.
Right. So you said it was worse. What do you mean it was worse?
Like he had a whole thing, like a whole bit about Sheryl Underwood and her color, her being ugly,
and he took it out.
It wasn't there Sunday.
Oh, so you saw it live and it was worse.
I saw it live that Friday, and then it was, which was worse than what he did on Sunday. Everything else was the same outside of his his jokes about Sheryl Underwood. But also, why y'all roasted? Let's be clear. Like, yes, they roasted Kevin, but I feel like they went in harder on her than they did for Kevin. And while, yes, you can say that she agreed to it, but somebody calling you so black, you like the great Laffy Taffy. Still lazy joke.
Yeah, it's a lazy joke.
But it's like, you know how people say, oh, you so black, you blue?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. I feel like that's what you're trying to say. And I'm just like, huh? And I just don't think it's, like I said, it's just, that's
now,
just me though.
Now I'm going to ask you another question with playing devil's advocate. If it was a man that was taking it on, would you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like even if it's a dark-skinned man, like they have similar experiences to Black women sometimes, like being told that they're unattractive and different things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you would be that upset if it was a man.
I think I would.
I don't think a man would. I don't think.
As much as
I get why, and I get why though. Like, but
like I said, I like having friends that I've had conversations with about what their life has been. Being dark, darker complexion. So I think I just see it differently. And like I said, like I laugh at a lot of stuff. I find a lot of stuff funny. Like I'm
not gonna front. That bonsai tree was funny though. I know.
But
the idea of that was funny. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like I think that like
the other ones were lazy, but the bonsai tree.
But the others was like, man. And then like the whole like George Floyd comment, and I just
no. I'm saying like get that no.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I think like Black people, pick and choose, and it's just certain stuff to me, like racial jokes, like white people cracking racial jokes ain't funny to me. Because I think about like the history of everything. I come from the school, and I know people like for one moment you just can't. I'm like, no, I can't. Like
I come from the school of, if you're gonna do it, it better be funny. Because anything can be funny, and it can be on the line and jump over it. But if it ain't funny, you fucked up. That's the way I kind of look at it. But if it's funny, it's funny. Like you, and now, like I said, you can take that risk. It's a tightrope, you know, but if it's funny,
I just feel like we can. I just feel like, to me, it's so many more, and I get it. Like these people, some of these people, like I know the host. They got this whole thing about the white man who hosts, because he wasn't funny at all to me. The guy Shane, like at all.
Shane Gillis?
Yeah, he's not funny.
Oh, Shane Gillis is funny, man.
But no. I said, to me, he wasn't funny. But like I said, there's been commentary surrounding his, you know, fame in the last couple of years. It's like he popped out of nowhere.
No.
Like I said, this is the commentary online. I don't know.
But that's like, but no, I'm not gonna let that ride. Shane Gillis,
you can like it.
I'm saying
I didn't like it.
We can't say this. We don't know. So especially when it comes to comedy, because
I think. Listen, I go to comedy shows all the time, and I see new comics and all this stuff. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he wasn't funny to me, and then you have certain comics having commentary surrounding his fame in the last couple of years.
Yeah, because
it's going over your head.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying that other comics think he's not funny and they don't know how he blew up and things like that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Or who do you sleep with?
Okay. I mean, this can go. Yeah. We can transition in another part of this conversation I want to have about this is Kevin Hart and Cat Williams coming back together. Some people used to say that Kev didn't, a lot of comics would say that Kev was a Shane Gillis as well, though. Let's keep it real. A lot of black comics used to say that Kev was a Shane Gillis, basically. That he came out of nowhere. He's been grinding.
Here's the interesting thing. Like, you and I have had the Kevin Hart conversation before. Mm-hmm. And how you said, like, you've seen him on the smaller club market, how he used to have his mailing list and all this stuff. Yep. I just think of even in that, we would see him in a lot of offbeat movies. Like, he's in a lot of offbeat.
He's grinded, man. So I don't understand how people try to say he came out of nowhere. He's an industry.
I think people probably
low key is hating, man. Let's just keep it real. It's hating.
Yeah, a little bit of it is that, but I was just saying maybe people just didn't know, which is possible, because if you're not watching Rockefeller movies, he did some Rockefeller.
Yeah, but he had an ABC show at one point.
Before that,
the Paper Soldiers was after his ABC show.
I thought that was before, but
Paper Soldiers was after.
It like Soul Plane. He was doing off.
That's all after his sitcom that he had on ABC.
I don't remember. Like, what year was his sitcom?
Like 01, 02. It was with Faison Love as his brother.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna give. It's like Family something. The Big House, April 2004.
Okay, so then
it's him, Faison Love, Yvette Nicole Brown was on there. Keith David was their dad.
Paper Soldiers was before, so I am right. That's 02.
Oh shit, Paper Soldiers 02. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so you have to think like he was doing offbeat stuff before, so it's not.
But Soul Plane is after this though. After the show.
Soul Plane, I was in college for some reason. I think I might have been in college, maybe. Or
Soul Plane is the same. Soul Plane came out right after his TV show, 04.
Okay.
But I'm saying he grinded though, man. Like, dude, like I remember when I met Kev.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking that away. I think people just sometimes, and because what's interesting about comedy too is I think a lot of it is word of mouth. A lot of it now is okay, of course, who's your following, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of it is word of mouth. But comedy is like an interesting market because you can make good money just like strictly always touring in the South.
100%.
And never
be a working comic every weekend.
Or anything below the Mason-Dixon line. And maybe even a little above it, like a Missouri, Tennessee is right there, Kentucky. You can like, I know comics that it's like if they come out to LA, it is like they probably working on the project and then they randomly hop up on the stage somewhere.
Yeah, no, LA's not a good place for stand-up. I've always heard that.
But it is a lot of, a lot of smaller rooms and stuff that you can get in, like at Flappers. Flappers has like, I think like 3 or 4 rooms, and it might not always be. Actually, no, I think it's like 2 or 3.
No. What I mean, but
what I'm saying is, but like a lot of like, okay, so like at the Comedy Store, there's 2 rooms. It's the main room, and then it's like another small room upstairs, like smaller sets. The Laugh Factory is just, that one stage. Yeah. But like a lot of places, like you do have options. Sometimes it might be just a little far. Like you might have to go to Inglewood. You might have to come to the back. You know what I mean? So
I'm talking about money.
Oh, but here's the thing: across the board,
they don't pay well in LA for the.
They don't pay.
It's a showcase city. They say
it's a lot of places they don't pay well until you like a household name.
Yeah, but you can go to New York though and make good money and do like 6 clubs in one night in New York.
Yeah, you can, and it's possible out here. Like I've had friends do that. Like, I gotta go here and do this show. It's like at 10 o'clock, and you just had a 7 o'clock show or whatever. Yep. But it just depends on what time those shows start. Like, the weird thing out here, they love a show that started like 10:30, and I just like, niggas don't have jobs. Like
they don't. It's LA.
Where's the dinner hour show? You know what I mean? Like,
so do you don't think the cat Kev thing you were saying you didn't think that was real? I think it was dope to see that.
I don't know. Like, I think at this point everything is just for shits and giggles, for like just people. So now people will probably didn't watch it. Oh, I want to see it in real time. So you go back and you watch it. David, take it in your room. Take them in your room. Sorry. But y'all, I'm on auntie duty. But I don't know. Like, a part of me feel like, but then I just felt like, it kind of felt cold. Like, it didn't feel.
But Cat Williams is not like a dude like that, though.
I know, but I feel like, but you know what? I think it depends. I feel like it depends. And I just was like, it was like, all right, man. Like, I feel like, oh, Cat, this is like, all right, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I hope they do. It would be great if they did a movie together.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, it's like, that would be like, we might as well get this money. Like,
if they had this shit together, they could do Paper Soldiers too.
Oh my God. Moving on.
So
I will say this, hold on. I will say The Rock was really funny. Chelsea Handler was funny. Like I said, Regina, very funny, which also
Naeem was funny too, man. Shout out to Naeem Lynn.
Sure. I was gonna say, look it. No. So there's been this conversation pretty much a lot of award season between if Regina Hall really fucks with Tiana Taylor, and she threw a little shade. So it's like, okay, so we thought I didn't know.
I never heard about this.
Yeah, it was like,
hold on.
Yeah, like there's this. Like I said, allegations. I don't be thinking.
Oh damn! It popped right up on Google. God,
so then she made a comment, and it was just like, dang, they never beat those allegations. And I just was like, I mean, yeah, like you reading it, yeah, it's a thing.
Dude, this is wow, this is a real thing, dude. I didn't even.
Yeah, especially after they, especially at the Oscars, because a lot of people, but honestly, in general, people have been tweeting like, what's wrong, like what's going on with Regina Hall? Like she seemed like she don't want to be there, or like it's perturbed.
She may be over some of the Hollywood shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of politics, though.
Yeah,
and but you know that, and so you have to play the game.
Hey, she's been in the game a long time. She should know.
Yeah.
All right, Dom. Spirit Airlines is no more. All the hood ain't there no more. Now, they didn't invade. Did you see Delta change their policy because Delta started getting a whole bunch of bookings?
What was Delta's policy?
Now you don't get drinks unless you flying over 250, 300 miles. You don't get no drinks or snacks. You don't think that's a coincidence that Spirit Airlines go down, they start getting more bookings from the Spirit Airlines crew, and then they start they decide we ain't doing no sodas.
You know what? It's been times I've been on flights and it's been like an hour flight and they didn't serve us food and beverage. I have had that happen before.
I went to sleep and forgot about it because it'd be a short flight.
Honestly, let me tell you something. I don't give a damn no way because I'm going to sleep. Whether it be an hour flight, 3-hour flight, 16-hour flight, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I was shocked that was a thing because I just automatically assume, like when I've had flights from Vegas or Phoenix to LA, they don't be serving us no drinks. They don't give us them pretzels. They don't give us
LA to Vegas. How long is that flight? Well, 45 minutes?
Like an hour flight.
Oh, it's an hour flight. Okay. So it's basically like Chicago then, like St. Louis, Chicago.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not pressed because I'm going to sleep anyway.
I'm taking that quick nap.
So I didn't know that was like, I always thought that that's just what they didn't do. And I've been on Delta flights and they have not done that. So I just thought that was just normal policy.
Oh, so you thought that was they was doing that
I've
already.
been on an American flight where that's happened. I've been on flights with them anyway where it's been like 3 hours and it's no Wi-Fi.
Oh shit. Damn.
So I just figured as much that it was just a new thing.
I mean, these airlines going down like that one. Frontier that's had that crash recently, man, we kind of messed up the game. I was thinking about we need like Pan Am back and TWA and I'm trying to think of some others. We need more airlines again, man. I think we had so many short amount of airlines that these super economy airlines popped up, which is cool. That's good. But when we just had Pan Am, when we had Pan Am and like 6, 7, 8 big boys, they all competed at a high level for your dollars. And then it basically became just what? United, US Air, American, Southwest, Delta, and then maybe on the back end a little bit JetBlue. And then you got your lower tier ones, Frontier, Spirit, and some of these other ones that I can't remember some of the other names of them, but that are smaller ones.
Southern County. I'll tell you this.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I didn't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
Gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Spirit a couple times. Once to Denver.
Frontier flies to Denver a lot. I mean, is that where their headquarters is?
I meant to say yes, Spirit. I meant to say Spirit. I'm sorry. I thought I said Spirit, but whatever. I guess I did it.
Frontier. You meant Frontier.
Okay, so I've flown Spirit a couple times. I've flown Frontier once, and it was funny because on this particular Frontier trip, I had a layover in Denver, and it was like 1,000,000 hours, and so I went to hang out with Sarah. And shout out to Sarah Bryant, but we hung out. I walked through the airport. The airport, Denver airport has like this. It's just a whole conspiracy.
Yeah, and it's like some Indian burial grounds is built on and stuff. So it's like a whole nother thing going on with that.
Yeah. So I did that and spent the day in Denver. But I will say, flying Spirit, I've flown Spirit to actually one time to Denver, another time.
Is it Frontier you mean or Spirit?
No, Spirit.
Okay.
Spirit, the yellow bus.
The yellow bus in the sky.
Also, I think that was the other thing too. Like that was kind of unattractive. Was like the marketing, like how it looked at yellow and black, and it, it reminded you of elementary school. So like chaos, like you think about being in school, the chaos that comes to school is you uneasy, you know, like, so the colors were also play a part in that. Like it wasn't a soothing color like you would see like the blues or the whites or, you know, even the reds. But I've at one point in time, like I was coming back from Atlanta and I flew back because that was the quickest way for me to get back to LA from Atlanta. And I got a direct flight. Everybody else, the major ones, had crazy layovers. Like I was going to have to spend like 13 hours in Miami.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. And I had thought about it because I had got it like on Priceline or something.
Oh, good. So is Priceline still popping?
Uh-huh.
I haven't used Priceline since a little bit.
Yeah, it was a Priceline ticket, and I was like, even went through like the direct sites to see if maybe something isn't popping up. You know what I mean? And you check in, and it's like, oh no, girl, this is the flight. Like
this is the flight.
You're gonna go to Miami, or you're gonna spend a day in Houston or something. So I'm like, what is going on? So like the easiest way for me to get back was to take a Spirit flight, which I was fine. So I just had a pack light. I put everything in, you know, like a duffel that could fit under my seat, and I kept it moving, and I was fine. I've even flown Spirit. I flew Spirit to where's that place? Tulum. I flew Spirit to Tulum.
What? They went international?
It went to Cabo. So you have to take the shuttle from Cabo to Tulum. But when I left Tulum, I flew out of their airport because, you know, they just got an airport.
So you couldn't fly into Tulum until recently?
Yeah, you can fly into Tulum until recently.
Oh, shit.
But I got like a crazy deal because I bought my flight last minute, and I went to Tulum. That was for my sister's birthday several years ago. And then, but I flew out flying like American. But I feel like I tussle with American. I ain't have no issues with Spirit. I've never had these issues that people talk about.
I have no issue with Spirit, though.
I had no issues with Spirit. Like I kept it moving. And
what do you think about them trying to do like a GoFundMe? Like I guess it's gonna be.
I think it was somebody trying to express interest in buying it. But I think the issue is that, you know, it eliminates a lot of the middle ground, which forces a lot of these other airlines like to actually have competitive pricing, to lower their pricing. And now they can price gouge us. Like if something happens to Frontier or something happens to like JetBlue, because even now I can't tell you the last time I flown Southwest, because Southwest been charging out the wazoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I haven't been on Southwest in a minute, man.
Yeah. And so I think about that like quite often. Like I used to fly so much, they stay emailing me drink tokens, which I would never get because I would be passed out, y'all, on the flight. I would bring them with me, and then I would miss the cart, and yeah. So I think that's one of the things. I think it's just like, you know, are things really like things that we can't consider basic? Are they becoming a luxury? Like, are we gonna start taking the Amtrak?
Hey,
hopping on a megabus? Shoot, megabus ain't even a thing no more.
Is the megabus done?
I don't think megabus is a thing anymore.
They let the megabus go.
I know out here we have this thing called Flixbus because I've taken it to Arizona.
Okay, megabus still alive. Okay, all right. They got
where? Is it on the state side?
Yeah, it's all up in the Midwest here, West Coast. They got a whole bunch of cities. They got let's see. You can fly to you can go. Let's see. I'm looking. It's got a whole bunch of destinations.
Okay, something happened where they was something happened. I mean, maybe they limited the routes or something.
Oh, it looked like it's none in California.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It was.
Oh,
it's found.
Hold on, let me see. They got
Oakland.
They got Las Vegas. They just got up out of Cali. It looked like.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They got up out of Cali. They got everywhere else but Cali. They just said we up out of California. That's why you don't see it.
Yeah.
But I've been using makeup, but I'm a trained guy.
I remember it being a thing on the news. So that's why I was like, huh. Like, I swear.
All right, as we keep on pressing forward, Cheyenne Bryant. We discussed her before when she first went on Cam Newton. We thought she had some interesting things to say, particularly Cam Newton with his multiple kids and trying to be a father to him. And that was about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And it's went all downhill for is she a doctor for real? We're gonna discuss that in a second. But I feel like it's one of those situations with her. It's like Kid Icarus, where the dad told him not to fly too close to the sun because his wings are gonna melt. And I think that's what happened with Cheyenne Bryant, our Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I mean, I'm gonna dress as that until, even though she may not be. But this is her deciding to tell people why they can't find her doctorate or her dissertation, and we'll talk about it in a second.
Well, how can she tell me about my marriage when she hasn't been married? Or how can she tell me about my family or my kids?
Wrong clip. Sorry, y'all. Wrong clip. As I pull this clip, though, what is your overall thought, though? As I pulled the wrong clip. What is your overall thought?
Girl, what are you hiding?
Who, me?
Because didn't you already say that you wasn't going to be practicing anyway?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go to. Yeah. So
how did we get here? Like, girl.
Well, the whole thing is that people are questioning her. Then I'm gonna play this here now in a second.
Okay.
They're questioning her credentials.
What are they questioning?
Her credentials of being an actual doctor.
Okay.
Period. Hold on.
Okay, pause this real quick. While you get a clip.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online.
Mm-hmm.
How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm going to clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit, because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argosy University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Why I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program. And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no, because I didn't want to risk the chance of them saying, well, we're going to give you back your money, and it wipes out your entire program. Luckily, I had, I do this with all of the schools. I had downloaded from the actual student portal my transcripts at that time, and I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation. But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in general.
They are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records. They just want to hate you regardless. But
no, that's fine. And it's not even that there's no records that I don't. The school had a third party that carried the records only for a limit of 2 years. So it's not me, it's any student that attended Argosy. But again, it doesn't, how can I say it? It doesn't affect me because if I chose to go get a license as an LMFT, I have my master's in marriage and child therapist. I have my hours. I can just take that and say, hey, let me submit these for licensure. And I want to go sit for my exam and all I have to do is study. I don't need a doctorate in counseling psychology to go get licensed as a therapist. That's what we're.
All right, Dom, go ahead.
You know how, so like you said, like Spirit Airlines went out of business.
Damn. Okay, this is gonna be great. Go ahead.
And now you can add that to your resume and say you work there.
Oh shit. When I told you about how I found out that cats was using different companies that were gone, you saying that's she did the school version of it.
And not that I don't believe her. Like Argosy definitely closed in like 2019 or whatever. Mm-hmm. I could see them doing something like that, like having something to sit at like a third party or whatever. I at this point, here's the thing, D. It ain't that deep for us because we're not her followers. We don't listen to her or like
we're not part of the Doc Squad or whatever they call it.
We're not her target audience because we're able to have conversation with people and not formulate thoughts and stuff for people, which we'll be getting into in a second. You know what I mean? But I just find it interesting that, to me, there should still be, even if you went to Fontbine, it should be something that pulls up and shows. But I mean, again, let me see, because like Fontbine, guys, is a university in St. Louis. Fontbine.
They just closed maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And then she's trying to pull a transcript.
Yep. But as you look this up, Dom, the issue is it's not about the transcript, Dom. If you are a PhD, your dissertation is in a database that is independent of your school. That's the killer. And is it somebody that was thinking about going to get a PhD at one point? I'm telling you, there's a whole database. I can go look at my mentors, all their stuff anytime to go look at, and he got it, and my mentor got his in 94, 95.
So that's
I can go look at something.
What I'm saying. That's why I said what I said.
Like, I go read it from 94, 95 and go read his dissertation.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Actually, it's later than that, though. I say, I know you listen to the podcast because he gonna send me like, I ain't that old. It's the late 90s. I'm sorry, I say, because he always listens to our podcast. He'd be like, when I talk about him, that I be making him feel old, look older than what he is. He say, I'm only 10 years older than you. So there we go. So it was late 90s. Sorry. Go ahead.
We're gonna be even nicer early thousands. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is horse shit, but also it ain't that deep for me because I'm not going to her looking for clarity on my life and to get understanding on my relationships. Here's the thing. It's like when we talk, we need to have an honest conversation about Joy. That's her name. No, that's not her name.
It's about Cheyenne?
No, well, yeah.
Cheyenne Bryant.
Who the hell is Joy? Joy Bryant. I feel like we know this person.
Joy Bryant isn't Joy Bryant an actress?
Oh, she is.
Joy Bryant's actress. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We know her. We know her.
Joy Bryant played in a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Yes, that's who name came to my mind first. Okay, so here's the thing. We need to be honest about
I thought she was gonna pop more too. That sidebar. I thought Joy Bryant was gonna be bigger than what she became, a low key. She's an Antoine Fisher for everybody.
Yeah, I think it was.
I thought she was gonna be bigger. To be honest, that's just me.
No, it could be your agent. Certain stuff they not telling you about, or whatever. So that's a whole thing too. Like you can have a shitty agent, shitty management, and the stuff that's probably should be coming your way, they send it to somebody else.
But go ahead. Cheyenne Bryant, not George.
There's a level of like pretty privileged. That's here. She light skinned, light eyes, attractive girl.
Look, I ain't gonna front. She's fine as hell.
Yeah, that's what I said. Attractive.
Yeah.
I said so. She's able, which is why she is like, oh, I'm not gonna practice or do XYZ anymore, and because she making money doing this, and it doesn't cost her any emotional labor for real to talk to a camera or sit up on somebody's podcast and say clickbaitable things. It's easier and it makes more sense, and it's making her more money and it's not as taxing on her, emotionally, because being a therapist is taxing. We all know that. But let's not sit up here in front and not act like she isn't booked and busy simply because of her looks. Because some of the stuff she says, I'll be like, that's interesting. I don't relate to it. I don't understand it, but it's not for me. So go ahead, girl. You know what I mean? But that's just really what it is. Like, we have to be honest about that. And that is really a thing. Because like you said, it would exist in this database, regardless if the school exists or not. The fact that Farmvine University been closed for a couple years and they still taking calls and emails. Then you can get your transcript.
My whole thing is fuck the transcript. Let me see your dissertation. It should be somewhere that you can go look. It's public.
Or like you don't have a file. You don't have it.
Put your dissertation out online. And it was a sister I saw. I cannot remember. I'm looking her up now though. She broke down like how the idea of her saying that she don't need a license to practice therapy is hurtful and like not like the correct way that you should be looking at for a therapist. Yeah. Because those laws help protect you from someone just telling you fucking anything and putting you in the wrong direction when it comes to certain different things. Now, this is the classic case. Like I said, it's the Kid Icarus. It's the Icarus thing. She could have stayed low key, not low key, but like she started like it's like she got too much popularity and like she needed to temper. She needed a good PR firm, Diamond D PR, to basically be like, hey man, you flying too close to the sun. You might need to fall back a little bit and just take your appointments in and just do some shit on Instagram for a while. Do some shit on Instagram for like 3-4 months. I know the money gonna be tight for a minute because every time you go online, you get a whole bunch of bids. You need to fall back because you're getting too close to the sun. And I think the Jeezy thing, when she wore that shit to the Jeezy thing, is really blew the top off. Even though she has every right as a woman to wear whatever she wants to. But I think that people looked at like my therapist wearing that as some kind of ill thing. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not telling no woman not what they can't wear. Yeah. But I think then the idea of she was like, it was almost like, yo, I don't know how I wouldn't want my therapist to be a bopper. And I'm sorry. Like I wouldn't want the therapist to be in the VIP with Jeezy. And it's never all being a VIP hanging out, kicking it, but looking like a Jeezy girl, if that makes sense. And maybe that's my ignorance. I'm willing to take that on. But I'm just saying, I think that's why a lot of people start being like, is she a real doctor? Because a therapist would be wanting to protect, because you still want to protect your brand and your licensure. This is like, I ain't gonna front. I don't want to be with us like certain lawyers I kick it with all the time and everything like that. But I don't want to have my lawyer being like, yo, you want to go to bottoms up?
I'm like, no, bro.
I don't want that. I'm sorry. I don't want my doctor being like, yo, do you want to go to bottoms up? I'm like, hey man, don't you got my case coming up in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we can't kick it and have drinks and go to party, but it's certain different things I don't want him to be on. And most attorneys, I think, understand and know that. Like, that comes with the business.
Like, I don't need to know.
Like, even, I'm going to give you a quick story. My financial advisor was talking about how he don't like to go to certain places because he don't want to see his clients seeing him drinking and stuff and hanging out. And he's a financial advisor.
That's real. That's real.
So like he was like, he only goes to certain places where he know maybe his clients won't be if he can drink and lay his head, because he don't want them seeing like, damn, that's my financial advisor taking shots and shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's one beginning of the downfall potentially of that. And then, there's some hate that came from her. But if you go jump into the arena of this shit and be in the mess, You gotta have your shit right. You need to, and then the online university thing, that's always gonna be an iffy thing in general, especially when you get into PhD. You need to have your shit from motherfucking Cal Irvine or something for you to like be like, boom, you can go to Cal Irvine and get my shit right now. Look it up. You can't be in no school that closed. That this feels this like your shit's not legitimate.
Like I said.
Yeah, it feels like Spirit Airlines.
Like that's not just like me keeping it a being.
Look, I'm gonna start saying
like
Spirit Airlines in a minute. It's a consultant. Extra money. I'm just saying. So, do you think that like this is? I mean, it feels like it's a grift now, though, Don. I mean, I don't know how you. I mean, it feels like it's a grift now.
I can see how you got there, but I just feel
she made some wrong turns. If you going to, it's like I feel like she made wrong turns, man, and start feeling herself too much. Like, I know we all can get absolute power corrupts, as we've always talked about. And maybe she was like, oh, people fucking with me. I'm up to, let me see how many people she got Instagram followers. She probably had, let's see. I'm just wondering real quick. I'm just looking up, y'all, how many followers she got on Instagram. Instagram, she got, right now, she has 3.9 million for a therapist. Alleged therapist, because she can't say she's a therapist now because she's not licensed. So you can't say you're a therapist. 3.9 million.
Okay, so wait, at one point, that's my thing. It's like at one point, were you licensed? Are we able to pull that? Or is that hearsay? Because like they have the same thing where it's like the bar. You should be able to go and type in somebody's name and it comes up.
My thing is 3.9 million. There's no way. I guarantee she's below 1 million before the Cam Newton thing.
Oh yeah, probably
below 1 million. And that's one of the things.
I would say
she's my age. She's my age. She's not. She ain't no spring chick. She's my age. She should know. She should know the game. Me and her are the same age. I believe. I'm not. I believe we're the same age. No, I'm a year older than her. My bad.
I would just say that it's just like now we talk about integrity, and you just have to be careful because like we should be able to go online and look up your previous license, like whether it is inactive, whatever.
Yeah, it's just man, there is some great things about just being genuine, and it's maybe genuinely who she is. So I'm just saying that, but like, it just feels like it's a paper chase now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, it is.
3.9. I'm not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with her having a glow up, popping off, being great, all these different things. But man, it feels like you about the attention for yourself more than the attention of the people you trying to do therapy for. And that's just me. All right. Before we go into our last topic, Dom, I want everyone to know your voting rights is up for bid in different states. That's what we get for all of us not going to vote this past election.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
When I put her name into Google, it says that she went to University of Phoenix and Cal State Northridge.
She went to Cal State Northridge for undergrad, but her master's is from Phoenix and somewhere else.
I think she might be. I feel like it should still pull up. That's where she went. If she went to Argosy.
So you're going back to your original thing. That's like the Spirit Airlines, that the schools closed, and I can.
Yeah.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape in vogue, shy, or voiced men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
You may be on to something, Pimp.
Yeah, she got some work done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw a picture where it didn't really look like her.
I could be contouring and stuff. I realized that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I was like, it should still come up. It should still come up, like that she went to Argosy, even though it's closed. That's all I'm saying. That's interesting that it didn't pull up. But continue our voting rights.
Yeah, voting rights are. It's dependent on your state. They're redistricting everything. We're gonna talk about it more next week because there's a big thing from Ryan Clark where he said all these football players and basketball players shouldn't go to college in these states where they're trying to redistrict.
I agree with him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that a little bit deeper. But we got it before we get out. We got to talk about this NatureBoy documentary. It's on Netflix, y'all.
It's on Hulu. It's a four-part documentary that's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Sorry, it's called The Code of NatureBoy. It is about this thing called Carbon Nation. Do you remember hearing it before we talk about? Do you remember hearing anything about this before?
No, because my algorithm loves me.
Yeah, I remember seeing like YouTube videos of talking about them towards the end of it, where it was like finna fall off. When they were like, this dude's been doing crazy stuff. I didn't know that this stuff was going on. Yo.
I'm so sorry. I ain't getting that today, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, Don. As I'm mad, more upset with the men. I'm sorry, and you can speak for the women on there. But yo, you letting the dude being like, yo, I'm gonna get I need to have relations with your lady.
Or that you love me so much you would swallow my cum.
And that's the thing. That is a real thing that actually did happen. I found out. And remember, the dude was like saying like, "Oh, they would do it." They like, and he was also went both ways. Allegedly, they were saying from different stuff as well. Yeah. So he was getting some dues too. Allegedly, he in jail, so he ain't going. I mean, maybe he could sue me from jail. That's what they're very litigious in jail. But like, what did you like? I felt like it could have been shorter. Number one, it could have been short. I feel like they keep repeating a lot of different things. We could have got this done in an hour and a half. Unless you're gonna be jumping into things. But yo, it was people joining after they already knew. People already was saying it was a cult. Like the young lady.
And I would say those people probably did it for what? I feel like maybe a little clout. But I have a question.
Go ahead.
As a person, and this is me trying to understand, like I want to empathize with the victims. So it's like, you know, we believe victims and everything, and we understand like people that join cults like this, they're vulnerable, they're lost, they're searching for something, they're looking, you know. But we talk about cult leaders being very charismatic and all these different things, and he does not have any of the traits where you would be wowed and wooed, because I don't see myself. I don't understand how people was like, oh yeah, I want to do that when this dude is online talking to you, like cussing you out. You need to come to Costa Rica, MFer, and eat these plants and be one with the world and blah 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 blah. Talking to you like Samuel L. Jackson is cussing you out. There's nothing attractive about that. at all. There's nothing charismatic about it. I'm looking at him. He looked dusty. His hairline is uneven. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, his mouth was so filthy. And then as it went on, and you progressively saw him get worse and worse. It was crazy. So that's what I was like, what was appealing? What was the charm? Because I don't know. And then as a man, you really lost, like you said, how that girl, you know, the main girl was with Omek. And then, you know, now NatureBoy telling he don't want to be with you, and now you got to be with me, which I knew he was going to do to her, because I knew before they said the thing about his color. I already knew what that was, because
and you could tell that she's a very attractive girl. So I already knew, like, oh, you got her. Oh, I want her.
Yeah.
Well, now we didn't see Omek no more. I think Omek left.
Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, we did not.
I think after he got his girl stole, I think he left.
I could see that,
because we didn't see him in nothing else. I didn't see him in no
pictures. Did somebody else? No, that was somebody else. I thought it was another girl that got with him.
No, he got old girl Velvet, the pretty girl from Louisiana, from New Orleans. Then he left her, and then took a whole like 3 or 4 wives, and took the dude with the pretty eyes,
the light-skinned cat,
and took his wife, and put her on a roster. And then the young lady that joined them when they moved back to Atlanta after it was already crazy. That's the one that got him jammed up and got him put in jail. But she joined when they was falling off. She was like, they came into my diner or whatever, and I was like, oh, I was something about them. I wanted to be with them. I'm like, yo, man, please, man, man, look, man, I don't want to have to kill no nigga for Xander, man. I don't.
I'm just like, you know, all you can.
But I feel like I give her enough confidence. At least some bullshit like that
That's
can't
what
go
I was
right.
gonna say. You have to give, like, instill confidence, self-esteem, all of this in your kids, because and have them to believe in themselves. Like, you know, like, yes, the world is harsh outside your front door, but reassuring them, because I just like I said, this case, I don't understand what the appeal was. There was no lure, there was no luster there.
No, like at least in some of the other ones, I can see it. Like some of the other cults, I can see how you can get. I'm not saying like I like even with Jim Jones, like he promised you these different things. You went to Guyana, and you felt this area where was all these different riches and things going on within the forestry. You didn't know all this shit was going on behind the scenes with Jim Jones. If you were just a regular person that joined the thing, you would think we joined this new thing and we're rebuilding stuff for all these people of color in Guyana.
Wait, somebody was trying to my tweet. I said, this is my tweet. Wrapping up this NatureBoy doc on Hulu. What I'm trying to understand is how the followers are attracted to a man is saying in the video, MF, you need to come live with me in a tent in Costa Rica. Nothing about him was charismatic. That's what I said. No. Somebody said, did you watch the YouTube videos? If not, that's where you need to go. I'm on episode 41. It's a deep dive. And
God, I saw that, man.
They're all double dummies.
It's on Hood Horrors or something like that. Everybody go check that out. It's 41 episodes though, but it's like 40-50 minutes each. I don't know if I have enough time to invest 41 episodes.
Yeah.
I need somebody to give me like the Gemini or the ChatGPT video version of his 41. If they could put that together,
baby.
And I'll do an hour of that, but I don't know if I could do 41 40-minute episodes. I'm not that invested in NatureBoy.
Yeah, it ain't that deep.
Now, they were saying like it's more crazier stuff, like he was doing these young ladies, and like, man, like, and I'm gonna go back to something that's gonna be crazy. This is white people's fault. Because we so disenfranchised for who we are as black people that we'll just do anything that's pro-black or anything that is some semblance of some form of freedom from this system that we've been in. That, and it's not all white people. Y'all know what I mean when I'm saying white people. We're free from it. You know what I mean? Like, so you think like, man, they're out there being free, being black. And then there's a whole other thing. It was people that died with them that y'all know that, you know, people died with them.
That's what I was saying that they didn't talk about. I would figure.
Yeah.
Who died?
It was an older
because they
woman
were
that was
talking
in her
about like
60s.
malnutrition and
Yeah, it was a woman that was in her 60s or something that went down there to be with them and like wasn't taking her heart medicine. They was telling her they don't. I won't say. They were saying she was eating the fruits and the vegetables and stuff like that, and she died down there in Costa Rica, man. Before they even start popping off, she died down there. An older woman with a heart problem, and it's some other people that died too, or whatnot, supposedly too, that was under their care. And it's crazy that the idea that people still riding for him. A couple of those wives are still riding for him too.
People outside the courtroom. I cannot. I just. Jesus. That's all I got for you.
I mean, with a lot of those quotes, Dwight York, who did the Uwabi tribe, he's still it's still people that support him. He's the one that built the temple that was like a pyramid down in Georgia, and then but he was assaulting all the young people, men and girls there. I mean, girls and boys there and everything. Like, it's still people that follow him. The Uwabi tribe, I think it's the Uwabi Nation. There's still people that follow. Some people that still follow Jim Jones that passed away. Some people that follow the Heaven's Gate cult. It's still these people that follow these things. It's people that be like, man, I missed out on the Heaven's Gate. Like, I missed the comment. I missed the comment. I missed the comment.
That was
but
a
I'm
bad
still
first
there.
day for Nike.
Didn't something happen where they had to wear Nikes or something? And Nike got in trouble or something?
Nike didn't get in trouble. It was just they had on Nikes.
Right, but then like Nike had to try to do some PR spin on it because
100-some people then took some Kool-Aid, drank some Kool-Aid, put trash bags over their head,
and was waiting for the comment in Nike sweatsuits and Nike.
I said that was a bad
Nike Cortez shoes on.
Yep.
Oh man, but next week I want to talk about John Brown, the freedom fighter. People like my deep dives into Black history. I've been getting hit up about it because this guy named Chud that I don't want to talk about, but I want to talk about good white people like John Brown, who's a hilarious person.
Okay,
if you think about it, John Brown was one of the first white freedom fighters for slavery, but he was crazy as cat shit at the same time. Got all his sons killed, himself killed at Harper's Ferry for Black folks. And I ain't mad at him, but he crazy as cat shit. I love John Brown. But we're going to talk about him next week. Don, where can people hit you up at?
Listen, in my dreams, because your girl is tired.
Yeah,
I done y'all like 20 times on here, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I normally have my nap. And I
Aquarius need their naps too.
Huh?
Aquarius need their naps.
Yes, I need my nap. Y'all can hit me up wherever you social network at St. Angela's. Don't come to me with the bullshit. Let's have happy, wholesome conversations.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Make sure you hit the voicemail 314-649-3113. Give us your thoughts, man. Shout out to everybody that's been listening, man, checking us out, and we'll be back next week. Peace.